If you are PCSing to Davis Monthan Air Force Base and you're wondering, where do other military members live? I legally cannot tell you that. That is called steering. What I can tell you is where I have lived, and I was prior military, spent a decade in, and I can tell you the top 5 neighborhoods that I constantly get questions about because they're semi-close to Davis Monthan Air Force Base. Neighborhood number 1 is Rita Ranch. It's about 10 to 15 minutes away from Davis Monthan Air Force Base. Rita Ranch is in the Vail School District, which is sometimes rated number 1, sometimes number 2 out of all of Pima County. It's usually in the top 5 in all of Arizona. And Rita Ranch has access to grocery stores. There's a new hospital nearby, some restaurants, not a lot, some, and overall medical facilities. Neighborhood number 2 is Savano, and this is where I personally have a property right now. Savano is a lot more walkable than Rita Ranch. However, word of caution, a lot of homes have solar in the Savano area, very, very popular. So be careful as to how many years are left to pay off a loan and how much is the loan. And even after you pay off the property, is the loan ever going to be paid off for solar? Be careful. I digress. In my opinion, it has a little bit more of a community feel only because of the walkability. So you'll see people walking their kids to the pool or walking their kids to the nearest park. It tends to have a little bit more sidewalks and a little bit more greenery, I think. If you don't know who I am, my name is Allie Garced, or Allie the Agent. I am an Air Force veteran. I spent a decade active duty where I was a special agent and I worked on felony level crimes and I negotiated all day, every day. And now I use those negotiation skills to help you get the best dang deal, whether you're looking to buy or sell. I help both. And I specialize in helping active duty military use their VA loan when they PCS to Tucson, Arizona, and make the process as smooth as possible for them, because I personally have PCSed 8 times. I have lived all over Tucson. I didn't PCS at different areas of Tucson, but I lived all over the world, and I spent 6 years active duty in Tucson alone. So I know what it's like to go to a new city and think, oh man, where are the good areas? Where are the bad areas? Where is the best Thai food restaurant? I get it. But because you don't know me yet, I want you to start trusting me a little bit more. This past client that I helped purchase a property with is military. They are relocating from Texas and they closed remotely while they were still in Texas. That's what I specialize in. We have our processes laid out. We have communication 100%. Anyway, here's Dylan.
So when we first started looking at Tucson, started looking at homes, we started actually with reaching out to other realtors, and I was doing so much research on YouTube and I came across Allie, and one of the biggest things for me is finding somebody that is either prior military or active duty military. They understand what families go through in a PCS. They can comprehend the difficulties and or the issues that you run into. And so I talked to Laura and she watched the video and asked me to reach out. And so I reached out and just had the most friendliest response and more excited to deal with a new realtor, because not only are we dealing with one here, we're also dealing with one selling our home in Texas. So it was just 2 different personalities, and excited to be with somebody that knows what we're going through.
So if you're planning your move to Davis Monthan and you want to purchase a property, let's start the process. You can book a call with the link in the description, and that'll start a Zoom call with you and I. Not right there, but you'll schedule it. In that Zoom call, we're going to go over exactly what you're looking for, exactly what the Tucson market is like right now, especially in the specific neighborhoods of where you're looking. I'll tell you what the home buying process is like, and we'll take it from there. Neighborhood number 3 is Vail. Technically, Vail is outside of the Tucson limits, but Vail has been super big, very, very popular since I arrived to Tucson in 2018. It's super popular because of its reputation with the school district, some new construction now, but the very, very new builds are a little bit more spread out now. Depending on where in Vail you live, it could be 20, 25 minutes to base, or it could be 35 minutes from base. So be very careful, because Vail is big and you need to be very careful as to which side of the railroad track you're on. And before you purchase in Vail, please make sure that you go there in the middle of the night. Do you hear the train? Is it going to bother you in your sleep? Are you a light sleeper? Just some things to look out for. Neighborhood number 4 is Sierra Marado. This is also within the same general neighborhood as 1 and 2. It's around 20 to 25 minutes from the base, around 25 minutes to 30 minutes from the airport. Sierra Marado is a master plan community, so it's pretty much all HOAs. Tucson in general, you're just mainly going to be finding HOA communities if you're staying around the median price point. But here, there's a lot of them that have access to a pool, some parks, and going back to the HOA does have a strong presence there. They will find you very, very easily. I'll leave it at that. Neighborhood number 5 is East Tucson, specifically around near Broadway and Harrison. This is a more broader area made up of various subdivisions. And what makes this area attractive is that it's central. All the other ones have been east, southeast. This one is more central. So if you like more of a downtown vibe, you want to go downtown more often, you may like this area more. It may be more convenient to you, especially if you plan on going up north often to Phoenix. You're closer to the Costco's, you're closer to more restaurants. You're on Broadway. And as far as the homes go here, you're going to be getting homes that are a little bit more established. They've been around a little bit longer, but because of that, the prices might be better for you. I want to be clear. I am not telling you where to live. You decide where to live. There are so many more areas that I didn't even cover. As a licensed realtor, I don't steer. I don't tell you what neighborhood is safe because my definition of safe, I promise you, is different than your definition of safe. I don't suggest where anyone should move. What I shared today are the questions that I have gotten from my most recent clients. The right neighborhood for you will depend on your lifestyle, your needs, what you like doing for fun, how you like relaxing, where do you want to go grocery store shopping. That's what we can talk about in our call. So if you're still narrowing down options and you have not hired a real estate agent, it's time that you do so. I would love to meet with you over Zoom. You can get started by booking a call in the link below in the description. And if you want a bonus neighborhood that I didn't cover in this video, that I've had past clients purchase and they loved it, check out this video over here. I'll see you there.